Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is FPL Elma. So we're going to be going through my Game Week 25 team selection as well as some transfer thoughts ahead of Game Week 25. Also going to be looking at my Game Week 24 team performance. But before we get into that, I'd like to thank you all guys for the continued support on the channel. I think you're now around 8 subscribers away from 930. So if you are new around here or a regular viewer, make sure you hit that sub button. Make sure you leave a like. Make sure you hit that bell to miss any content going up on the channel, and also leave a comment down in the comment section telling me your rank before Game 25 and not wasting any more time. Let's get straight into it. So first I'm going to start off with my Game 24 team review. Wanted to score 56 points to come overall points to 1,037. Unfortunately, a huge red arrow as we fall back under the 1 million rank. Not good. When people are scoring 80s and 70s, and also you are stuck in the 50 region. So not an ideal game, but I don't think I from that, but I think it was a bit unlucky. So, like for Verbruggen, 3 points, just a 1 second away from that clean sheet and three bonus points. So, really unfortunate for that. Then you had Chalobah as well, conceding 2 goals against West Ham, who conceded 2 goals against West Ham. 3 points. Timber and Gabriel, at least, both keeping a clean sheet. Gabriel, of course, picking up, I think, 1 bonus point as well. Anderson, 0 points. Very, very crazy because it was between Anderson, DCL, and Minte, and DCL Minte both scored 2 and 1 respectively, and Anderson was the one who blanked after conceding 3 goals to Manchester United in a very, very good game. Then you had Bruno Fernandes getting 2 assists for 10 points. Maybe I should have captained him, but I opted to go for Haaland, who only got to that 1 assist for 10 points. Then you had Declan Rice, Wilson, and Rogers all blanking. Then you had Joe Pedro, who did not start but came off the bench and got a goal and assist for 10 points. And the person who I sold, Ekitike, managing to outscore him by 3 points. It was very, very brutal, but it is what it is. Then you had Dubravka with 1 point. We have already spoken about the rest. Maybe not Rodon, who got 2 points. So, all in all, I don't think it was a bad game week, but considering how many people around me performed, and it's a bad game week, but I hope that for game 25 we can be able to improve. So, let's look at game 25 has in store for us. So for Game 25, I'm planning to make 2 transfers, and I want to your guys' opinion on the transfers. Of course, I think if we're going to do something like a poll, so I'm going to put it somewhere physically able to see it. I'm not so sure how it works, but so we have minted 2 Enzo Fernandez. I really, really want Enzo Fernandez in my team because last game is the one who cost me a lot. I think it cost me like 100k spots, dropping into the 1 million. So when those 3 fixtures coming up, Wolves, Leeds, and Burnley, really want to have Enzo Fernandez. Really not going to start all the 3 games. I think he's very, very instrumental to how Chelsea play, and with Palmer in and out of the team. Enzo is playing that CAM role, so I think he's just an essential pick at the moment in time. And of course, for Minte, I've had a good spell earlier on, or a few seasons, a few games back, but he was set back by injury and hasn't been the same, not being able to get into the first team. So for me, I think it's going to be a sell for Minte, and I think I'm going to be getting Enzo Fernandez. And to make that transfer, I have to take a -4, unfortunately. So let's look at the other transfer. So to be able to do Minte to Enzo Fernandez, I'll have to do Calvert-Lewin to Mane, or maybe Krupi Jr., who's maybe a rather better pick considering where Wolves are at the table at this moment in time. But I do think that I want Mane just for that double game week 26. Of course, not the best double game week, but at the end of the day, it's a double game week against Forest and Arsenal. Worst case scenario, just going to get 4 points, which is better than getting 2 points. So yeah, that's why I'm considering him. And you never know, you're not able to score against Nottingham Forest. And I don't think you're going to score against Arsenal, but against Nottingham Forest, there's a high chance of getting an attacking return. That's why I'm going to be doing that. For DCL, nothing against him really. 3 blanks in the last 3 game weeks. Tough fixtures coming up for Nottingham Forest. They have Chelsea, Villa, and Man City, and it's going to be a relatively tough fixture for them. So yeah, I think that's the second transfer I'm going to be doing. It's going to be for a -4 for DCL to man. Let me know down in the comments what do you think about this second transfer. Should I just go for Kopi Jr. or should I just go for Mane and take the punt on the double game? For the 2 transfers I'm thinking of doing, I'll look at how we're going to be lining up for game 25. So today we're going to be lining up in game week 25. And in goal, we're going to be having Verbruggen in there playing against Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace now with more attacking power. Brennan Johnson brought in through the window. We also have Mateta whose transfer fails. Strand Larsen, of course, in there. So it's going to be a very tough fixture to keep a clean sheet. But yeah, I think at 4.4 million for Verbruggen, you don't really expect a lot of clean sheets. So I'm relatively happy with that. Then we have Chalobah against Wolves. Was hoping for a clean sheet in this game. Really, Wolves have been very poor in front of goal, and Chelsea haven't been the best defensively the last couple of game weeks, conceding one or two goals here and there. But I'm expecting a clean sheet in there against Wolves. Maybe a cheeky attacking return as well could go a very, very long way. Then the next player is going to be Timber and Gabriel from Arsenal playing against Sunderland, of course. I remember the last time they played, the game ended 1-1, which was Sunderland's home place, and when we look at their form on the road, they've been very, very poor. So I'm expecting maybe some attacking return. Maybe just a clean sheet from Timber and Gabriel against Sunderland. So that's the goalkeeping in the defending department. Looks pretty solid. High chance of clean sheets from all of them, not Bruggen, but from the defenders, very high chance of clean sheets. So now let's look at the midfield. Now the midfield is going to be looking like going to be having Declan Rice in there. I know no attacking returns in the last four. It's a little bit crazy, but that double game week coming up, I don't see any other good Arsenal midfielder. Saka out injured, I don't know when he's going to be back. Maybe Madueke can be a decent option, but I think for now I'm just going to be sticking with Declan Rice. Then the next player is Rogers playing against Bournemouth. I think him and Rice have been in a similar boat for Rogers, being only two assists in the last 5 game weeks, not being really, really ideal. But playing against Bournemouth, who tend to concede a lot of goals, their games are very, very high scoring. I don't expect an attacking return, but it was very, very annoying to see not get any attacking return against 10 men Brentford when they played there for like 70 minutes with the Brentford being 10 men. But I do hope against Bournemouth can be able to perform and turn his form around. Then you have Enzo, of course, I've mentioned I'm going to bring into the team playing against Wolves. Of course, there's that high chance of rotation since he did play 90 minutes on Tuesday against Arsenal in the Carabao Cup semi-final. But I wouldn't say they use a lot of energy because of how poor and lethargic they were. So, yeah, very high chance he starts and hoping to have a very good attacking return against a very poor defense where from Wolves. Then you have Wilson playing against Everton. And this is going to be a very, very good game. Wilson did look very good against United, but they're not attacking return. Good from set pieces, almost scored from a free kick as well. So they hope against Everton can able to get that attacking return as they push for European football. Then you have Bruno Fernandes playing against Spurs. Spurs did look very good against Man City in that second half, but in the first half they didn't look very good. And to be fair, United did look very good, but Bruno still managed to come away with 2 assists. I think now he's going to be pushing for that assist record set by Kevin De Bruyne and Thierry Henry. I think he's only 8 away. So I'm sure he's going to be pushing for that and hope he can be able to get a couple of assists against Spurs in game 35. So that's the midfield. So in a while, things have gone with 5 midfielders and I hope they can be able to perform. So now let's look at the forward line. So the forward line is going to be looking like going to be having Haaland in there against Liverpool. I've seen that he's amongst the most transferred out players ahead of game of 25. And to be fair, I hear it has been very, very poor. I think it's the least, even his number is dead last when you compare to attacking returns from starting strikers in the last 5 game weeks. It's been very, very shocking. But at the end of the day, it's Haaland, and I don't think there's any other better option out there. Or if you sell Haaland, I don't know how you're going to use your funds. So I'll just keep Haaland in there and hope he can able to turn his form around. Then you have Joe Pedro against Wolves, who I'm going to be captaining, but I'm still nervous that he's maybe going to be rested. He did play 90 minutes on Tuesday as well against Arsenal. And Delap also did play, I think, play around 60 minutes. So we need to see how the one is going to go. But I think it's going to be the starting one, and maybe they're going to rest in the FA Cup since they're playing a very poor team in the FA Cup. So like Joe Pedro is going to be my captain, who can be able to return. Then we have on the bench Dubravka, who I'm considering starting ahead of Bruggen, but they were completely destroyed by Sunderland 3-0 on Monday night. So yeah, maybe I might avoid it, just stick with Verbruggen and hope for the best. Then we have Anderson, Jordan, and Mane who I'm going to bring in for this year just to target that double game of 26. So that's the team. Looks pretty solid, full of goals and assists, full of captaincy picks in there. Joe Pedro, good captaincy pick. Bruno Fernandes, a good captaincy pick as well. Same as Enzo, and I think also Declan Rice is emerging as maybe a potential captaincy pick, but I'd rather have Gabriel as a captaincy pick ahead of Declan Rice. So that team looks pretty solid. Hope I'm able to bounce back as we push to go back into the top 1 million. Let me know in the comments what you think about my team. And with that, I'd like to thank you all guys for watching. I want you to reach this far. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. And I'll see you all guys later. Bye bye.